Hello! It's been a while since my last vlog, so I went to a nearby cafe just for a change of scenery, and today I'll be sharing with you a mid-year update on my journals and planners. I'll do a flip through, and later on we'll also work on my Hobonichi Week's monthly spread. So these are my three main journals. First off, let's take a look at my journal since 2018. As you may know or may not know, I have only consistently updated this when I shifted to a monthly setup last year instead of a weekly bullet journal. Here's my 2022 page using Very Berry, the Pantone color of the year. I just kept it simple and didn't fill out the page, similar to my 2021 spread. Here's my goals and affirmations spread. The art here, those brush strokes, are cutouts from my nephew's paintings during playtime. Here's my word of the year, courage, and a short quote there. So I have a separate vlog on this. Please check it out if you still haven't seen it. And then a black and white spread for January, since the start of the year was a bit chaotic for me. And then here's Hobie's birthday spread, so a contrast to the previous spread. In February, I met my friends more times than the last 2 years, and things were starting to feel a little normal, I guess. And then of course, Yoongi's birthday spread. Aside from my monthly spreads, I also use this journal for BTS members' birthdays. In March, there were a lot of realizations about family and health, and my personal fall started around that time, so I chose a spring theme for my April spread in hopes to counter that. I wasn't really in the mood to create, so I kept this light and refreshing. And May felt like a decade, so if you live in the Philippines and you're not one of the misinformed, you will understand. And here's my June spread when I started to feel like myself again. I update this monthly spreads at the end of the month, and I want the design to reflect how I felt that month generally. So that's my quick update on my main journal. Up next is my Hobonichi 5-year journal, which I won't show much since it's not really decorated. I just started it this year as well. So I'm putting in questions daily, which I'll answer for the next 4 years. Although there's like a whole month where I didn't put any questions because I was down, and so I just let myself be. And then let's go to my Hobonichi Weeks. This is my creative planner, and it's for anything not work related. So I'm not really a busy person, and you'll see proof of that later. I also designed the start page with my word of the year. Then this year in review spread was meant for me to log my daily general mood, but as you can see, the past 2 months and a half is blank. That's during my personal fall, so maybe I'll pick it up again starting this July. This is my test page from December last year. I was trying out how I want to decorate this monthly calendars. So of course, it has to have a central theme or like a main color palette, like this one. Although I find it much easier when you have a sticker set, and I just use most of those in the spread, like this one. So I just cut this out from a sample pet tape I bought, but also because I wasn't in the mood, and that's my go-to if I want to just get it over and done with. For April, as I mentioned before, I wanted to be light to counter my sadness, so this is in a spring theme, light and refreshing. For May, it's pink because it's my birth month. I decorate these monthly spreads at the start of the month, so I was feeling really hopeful then. And then I think this is my favorite spread so far. So again, I started feeling like myself again this month. So I was in the mood to create, and so I spent more time choosing the theme and what I'll use. For July, it's still blank, so let's decorate it later. For now, let's check out the weekly spreads. So I got this planner around November last year, so I immediately started using it, and I consider these 2021 weekly spreads as my test pages. So a lot of experiments, trying out different stuff, although I'm still doing that always. So 2022 is the year of the tiger, so I tried drawing them. Again, I try to stick to a theme or color palette, and the design would also depend a lot on my mood. And you will see more what I meant when I said I was experiencing my personal fall. A lot of spreads here feel or look forced because I wasn't really in my creative mood, but I wanted to persist, so I pushed myself a lot to consistently create. I post them in my Instagram account if I find them okay enough, but I've gone quite quiet there as well for some time. Also, I'm not a really busy person. Again, aside from work, I don't have a lot of things going on, so there's a lot of space here, although I do try to fill them up. For this, someone requested that I do a fox themed spread, and because I didn't have any washi tape or sticker for that, I decided to paint them. I started to have that creative mood again around this time, so I'm really feeling much better now. Here's some brightness, and then BTS birthday. So you'll kind of notice that I'm starting to pick it up again, I think. Although still pretty much blank. Now let's move on to the notes pages at the back. So here are my goals, and I have a few crossed out, thankfully. So journal ideas and other content pages still very much empty, so I will work on that. I hope I could put out more in the next half of this year. No pressure. I also have my read and watch list, also very much behind on that. What do I even do in my spare time? So that's pretty much it for my journals. I have a few more which I'll share later. For now, let's decorate the July calendar, and my chosen theme is yellow. I forgot to shoot a wrap up at the cafe, so I'm in my room now. And I decided to include my work planner and brain dump journal before I end this video. Again, here are my main journals, and then I use a Hobonichi cousin for my work planner, and this is my Midori brain dump journal. For my work planner, I don't really decorate it, but I color code. So it's easy for me to look for specific stuff. And yes, weekend pages are empty. For my Midori, I only decorated it at the start. And I write anything here, like my dreams if I remember them, or when I have a lot of feelings. And I have to say that I really love writing here because of the texture of the paper. So that is all. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me, and here's to hoping that I put out more content soon. Thank you again, and see you next time.